So there are a couple of my recent songs that I nearly didn't release initially, only because they came from a place of chaos and distress in my life. There are two of them in particular, but I'll discuss just one in this video. And the song is called Depleted Not Defeated. So a brief backdrop. I've been suffering with back pain for well over 15 years now, and sciatica for several years, I'd say 5-6 years, especially in my left side. And so it's gotten progressively worse up to the point that it hurts all the time now. So I had to visit the GP a few weeks back, who assessed me and gave me a sick note to be off work for 3 weeks. So I got an even stronger medication from the pharmacy before I left. And I remember walking back home, just sulking all the way back. I had an early night that day. Just after midnight, I remember waking up in pain. I must have turned wrong because I had this really sharp pain on the upper left side of my leg. And again, like I said, I was in pain, and I was just thinking about, how we're going to survive, with my situation. Those doubts start creeping in, and I told God, how much more can I take? I'm the only breadwinner. I've got 2 kids depending on me. At that point, I could just picture God looking at me, say, oh, so you're the what now? You're the only, right. So I created you, and for the past 51 years, you could feel an entire library of testimonies of moments and experiences I have brought you through, and countless experiences that I've brought you through. And now you're telling me you're the breadwinner. Okay, so, I watch cartoons a lot, and my favorite ones all time is Tom and Jerry. So at that moment, I could just picture, those times where, which one's the cat? Yeah, so when Jerry outwits Tom, and then there's a close-up of Tom's face on the screen, and his face is now replaced with a jackass. So that was me. Just at that moment when God was challenging me, I was telling God, well, I am the breadwinner. I can do all things. I can do all things through me, who strengthens me. That was just, yeah. So I did that. So that encouraged me a bit when I was talking back to God, and God was reminding me of who He is, and what He's been, what He means in my life, and just showing me the patterns, of improbable and impossible situations where only He could have gotten me through those. I started writing, thinking of ideas to write, and when I was sulking on the way back from the GP, I just remember the word depleted. I feel so depleted. And then when I had that encounter with God after midnight, it reminded me that God has refused to make me quit. So I had the word defeated already. I wanted to look for a second word to match that, and ended up with depleted, not defeated. And started writing the song. It took me about an hour and a half, and I finally got the sound I wanted, the words right, and finally, decided to release that. So I say that because I know a lot of us can relate to that title. You don't have to be experiencing sciatica like I am. You're going through your own shitty days, as we all do. It's just part of life. So I'm using that to just shout out to you that yes, it's okay to feel low and to have those shitty days, but staying there is a choice. God bless us.